Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of In Hindsight. This is going to be episode 11 and we're playing Team Rival. Let's do that real fast. Game 1 here. I'm playing Amaterasu, we have Apollo, we're playing into Kumbhakana and Chernobog. So, I mean, if you're new to In Hindsight, once again, In Hindsight is the series where I watch back all the SPL games and yeah, I'll like try and explain what went right, what went wrong and just really go in depth. So look at my own mistakes and just like try and see if there's anything I can improve on, and then I might as well share that with you guys right while I'm doing it. So that's pretty much the whole point of this series. So I'm playing Amaterasu. Gonna start with Health Chalice Shell this game because they don't really have anything like we can sprint in particular. Like you say you can sprint the solo, you can sprint like the Hebo 2, but like you can't really sprint away from a Kumba, you can't really sprint away from like a Chernobog. They have a lot of fast CC. So Shell is going to be a lot more like important in my opinion. It's going to do a lot better. So that's why I started with Shell. Also it gives us a better lane box in duo. Health Chalice, 3 multis. I would have went more multi potions if I thought we would fight a lot, but I don't know. I didn't think that was the case. So we don't know where they are right now, but we're gonna start in lane. We think we have the better level 1, so we're just gonna start in duo and try and out push them here. So I'm actually gonna start with my 2. Usually I always start with my 3 on the Amma, so I'm gonna get in front of Emil there so we can't get poked out. I'll take it and I'll just pop my 2. So I see I pre-pop my 2 there just to make sure I get a little bit of damage mitigation, which will help me out a bit when it comes to the damage I can provide right here. So right here we almost get a kill on Kumba, we almost do the peril buff as well, but they lose a lot of minions in duo. We're gonna go ahead and grab the red buff right here. We're like, yo, we can probably get red, so we do that. That's usually what you want to do. If they fake pink as we call it, you want to in-rate the red buff. The counterplay to this usually is to rotate the jungle over, like you want to rotate over the mid laner, but usually the mid laner can't make it time. So now what we want to do is we want to try and get a peril buff before they push in the lane, otherwise they can go and invade. But we're just gonna go ahead and grab a peril buff here, make sure we get that. Bam, and then we just go back into lane. And we kind of misunderstand each other here. I want to go passive way, EmilZy ends up going aggressive way. So, and on the misunderstanding right here. So I'm just gonna try and get in front. I have my shell here ready in case, but we lost like 4 minions for that. So probably should have gone the safe way, and then we should have went the aggressive way in together, which was kind of bad. So I'm just staying in front of EmilZy here just to make sure that nothing can really happen to him. So yeah, like this lane has gone pretty well for us. Like we do have a red buff, we have the potential to invade the next buff. So I think overall, like our whole game plan, right, is just like kind of trying to snowball the game a bit off the solo side because we have really good ganks on the Pele. So yeah, pushing in the wave here. Let's just speed it up a bit because there's not a lot that's gonna happening. You can just constantly see I'm trying to position around him. I'm ready to like get in front of him in case they engage on him. We don't want to lose minions to tower, so just playing around that. So we're just pushing here. We could look to invade the next buff. I think we're gonna start playing up right here. So as you can see, because we have the red buff, we're gonna be able to outpoke him. So I'm just gonna dash Chernobog there, get a lot of damage on him actually. He's barely gonna get out here. You can see he's actually 1 hit. Really good route by him, and we're gonna go for a kill right here, see if we can kill him, but he's barely gonna get out. We can't really follow up on that. We don't know where he is. So we're gonna actually go here because we know his dash is down right now. So EmilZy knocks it up, which is super good. We get his Aegis, but he's gonna be able to dash out. So we're gonna take a lot of poke here. But we did get the Aegis. We forced out like a lot there. And again, like they lost so many minions for that. If you look at the minions right here, like we only lost at 1 minion, whereas they lost quite a bit. Pushing the wave more than anything, just to make sure they lose some minions here. So I'm gonna dash away there, go and do a red buff. We fought a red buff without risk here because of the Sol, but Sol was actually just going for the mid camp, so it wasn't too bad after all. So we're just gonna go ahead, grab the red buff here. Bam. Grab pink after. So I'm gonna wanna go tank boots here, like right there. Like they have a Kumbhakana, they have a, like I really need CCR if I wanna do anything in this game. So I need 1550 gold, and then I need 100 gold for 2 wards. Again, I'm maxing my 1 here because I don't need to do damage. Like we have enough damage in our team. I just need to be utility. So just zoning a bit here in duo while I'm waiting for my last gold. We might as well zone the Chernobog a few minions. So, but again, I'm maxed at 1. Like I don't need the damage. Like Apuk and Nasha they're like enough damage by themselves, you know. So I really don't need to do so much damage. So I'm gonna back here. Gonna hit level 5 as well. pretty good back. I'm gonna get tank boots, I'm gonna get a few wards, and yeah, then I'm gonna try and rotate towards mid. Like, my goal right now should just be to sit with Yaman, because Yaman is the one that's gonna need help. Yaman is the one that's gonna get engaged on. So if I can babysit Yaman through the early game, and that's gonna help a lot. And we really want to try and punish this Hebo as well. Like, Hebo is not that good early game, and we have a really good comp into him, so should definitely be a goal this game. So you can see I'm just farming up right here with adapting. And make sure we get all the mid camps here. You see they're making a big grouping around the oracles. I'm actually going to go in here. This could be kind of risky. So I'm going in here, right, looking if I can get any picks. Just warding up. And I'm actually going to back out because I hear them on the oracles. So I go back mid and yo guys. Oh, I'm going to get out. I probably could have ulted Hebo there, but then again, we weren't really in range to do that. They used a 4-man rotation to get oracles there in mid camps, which is kind of a win for them. You can see how the XP is going in. It should kind of spike a bit back up in their favor. We have a small pause here because we're actually lacking super hard proper banding. So let's just see, everyone's just DC. Oh no, now I have to rearrange everything again. So let's skip past real fast here while people are reconnecting to the game. As you can see, we're all reconnecting back in, and the game is gonna unpause in a second. So let's just do that real fast. Everything is nice. So boop. Again, I got my tank boots, I got my wards. So our goal should just be to try and get mid camps. We can really look for picks if we want as well. Like, Amaterasu is super strong. Same goes for Nasha and Epuk right now. So should look for that. A problem could be that Yaman is gonna run out of mana, which is Epuk's big problem early game, right? He's super mana hungry. Even with them cooldown boots with extra mana, he's doing a lot. I just keep putting points in my 1, just kind of taxi Yaman around. Kind of lost him there. Should have picked him up. Go into mid. Now is the time when we can really look for a fight. Adapting is getting pretty big. The risk right now is if they're gonna engage on us like super hard and we don't get to do anything. Luckily Kumba doesn't have blink, which I think was a big mistake personally. That means they're gonna have a super hard time engaging, so we're looking for them right here. We know their back camp is spawning, so Adapting's gonna go ahead and invade that. So right here, you can see Pele is coming, but we're calling that we wanna go on Pele. So I'm just making sure that Yaman isn't in trouble. I'm picking Yaman up here, and then now I'm gonna just go in here and silence out the Kumba so he can't follow up. We get a big Serbolt, so I'm gonna ult the Hebo here. Go to the side, just to make sure that he hits no one with the ult, and we're gonna get out. We possibly could have chased there, but we decided, yo, we gotta pick. Let's just back out. That's the first spot we needed. Killed the Pele. Like, just want to punish the Pele, want to punish the Hebo. They're pretty bad early game guards, especially with the build Pele is going for, right? She's very easily gankable. Unfortunately, we didn't know speed was spawning, so we probably could have gone for that if we had the timer, but we did not know. On the bright side, we're gonna get both mid camps. We got the back hobbies, we got the first blood. So you guys can see that's a really big spike in our favor. Just speed it up here a bit, get the mid camps. I want to back here. I'm gonna get Oni's Hunters this game. Again, I can't afford a ward here, which kind of sucks. I think it's alright though that I'm going selfish here and just gonna get the tier 2 of the item, because that means I'm gonna be a lot more tanky towards the 3 magicals they are in mid, right? Like Ice and Wolf and Colors, they're all magical damage. They're like the ones I have to be worried about right now. So the magical defense is gonna help me out so much. Like, they won't be able to kill me in the long run here. So it's just a lot of like coasting right now. Not a lot is happening. See Hebo. He's looking for something. He's looking for a red buff here, right? So I know Hebo doesn't have ult right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and ult him. Hit the buff, but he's actually gonna be able to run on out of there. Speed buff OP. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna go on Hebo anyway. And he's dead. You can see how he doesn't have his ult. He'll get his ult in like 2 seconds or something. So we knew Hebo is down. We're gonna get the kill. Kind of sad with that ult. I probably should have waited. I wanted to apply the slow though. I knew I was never gonna hit the third hit, but I wanted to apply the slow before he got around the corner. But he managed to get around the corner before the second hit him. So go for mid camps here. You also, one thing I want to point out is you saw how I hit the red buff just to make sure that I get the first swing on Amas going. You can hit minions and you'll still get the stun, right? You don't have to hit 3 times at the same target. You just have to hit an enemy, which can also be a minion, on objective or anything, besides towers obviously. So I just wanted to make sure I got that first proc off, but sadly couldn't get the second proc. So what you're gonna see me do right now is I'll probably wait until I get my Oni's Hunter Scarf and get that in 650 gold is what it's cost, and then I probably want to Sensual as well. So I want to back around 770 gold. So I'm just gonna rotate mid here, grab the wave with Yaman, and then you're probably gonna see me back out. This is a good time to back as well, because mid camps are down. It could be a bit risky with them doing gold, but Chernobog just backed as well. So I get my Essential Ward, I get my only Hunter Scarp. I'm gonna be super tanky now, so I can just really play up in their face. Which is what you're gonna see. Like, I should not be scared to go in right now, and that's what we're looking for. So just, again, play around the solo side on the map, right? Like, we have so much pressure from the Cerberus and the Nasha. We just want to look for constant invades on their buffs. So you can see we're just playing really, really far from solo here. I'm just looking around the corner, making sure we get the mid camps. Getting mid camps, like, all the time here is super important as well. You can see how we're just extending our lead constantly because we're getting them mid camps. So 2k gold lead is super, super good for us. Gonna try and make sure we get the right mids here. Sol is actually backing, so it's pretty free. I just make sure we clear out the wave. Go back into mid. Maybe I shouldn't have put that point in my 2. I should have maybe just leveled my ult. I don't think it matters too much. Get that. So we're just getting neutral farm, right? We're getting a red buff. I talked about this so much, but like, getting mid camps and like oracles on cooldown, you don't need to do anything more, like, if you don't have to, because you're gonna get constantly ahead, right? Make sure you get the wave as well. Make sure you keep your back camps on constant cooldown, and that way you're gonna farm super, super effectively. And the enemy team is gonna have not a lot of stuff to farm. Poke out the soul there, just dash in. Again, I'm not scared of dashing in right now because I'm super, super tanky. I have a lot of magical defense. As you can see, I have 103 magic def. It's gonna get even higher with reinforced creeps. I have a lot of health, a lot of quick health regen as well. I have my shell of everything. So we're gonna go for a gank on Pele right here. You see Cerberus ult her to Kenneth. Unfortunately, she manages to get her ult off. So this is a bit awkward now because we don't have Nasha ult. So we wanna, they're like calling out to dive Pele, but they won't happen. Meanwhile, Yaman is actually gonna get engaged on the mid. So they're engaging super hard on Yaman in mid right here, and unfortunately he's gonna die. I'm like, who should I ult? I'm expecting Hebo to run into me, right? But instead Hebo just decides to go for the very weird play of running through the tower, and he's gonna die terminally too. So good cleanup by Emil. Again, I'm just ulting thin air, but I really didn't expect Hebo to run down like this, right? I expect Hebo to play up, that's why I ulted like that. It's a zoning ult, okay, at the end of the day. So pretty poor ults for me. I probably should have just played that way more patiently. Adapting is actually in trouble mid. Oh my god, no. But he's gonna be able to run on out of there. I rotate over, I have shell up. We're gonna get the mid camps here. And again, constant mid camps. Of course, it's a big of a hiccup, but you guys can see with the XP and stuff. After we get the return kill, we get the mid camps. It's back to us being ahead. We're just constantly spiking. We just gained 1k flat like gold on them from just getting mid camps constantly, getting like pressure all over the map. Them using solar waves and so on. So looking good. I'm gonna back right here. I'm gonna get Soft most likely. So I actually had enough gold to buy Soft 2, but instead I'm gonna buy Soft 1 and get a Sentry Ward because warding is more important right now for us. You can see we don't have really good ward vision on the map. They actually have a lot of wards. So rather than not getting a D ward and getting 100 more health, which I don't really think I need too much, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a Sentry Ward instead. So we want to go for Hebo here. You can see how adapting is looking for the pick. I'm just playing up in mid because I know I don't take damage at all for them. So I'm just really playing up in their face here. Adapting is looking for the Hebo. I'm just playing up. And you can see me, I'm like constantly being positioned around Yaman, right? Like I want to make sure that Yaman is alright. If Yaman is fine, that's going to be really, really good for us. Just dash out there. No reason to take unnecessary poke. Just do some coasting. We're getting that back camps. We're getting that mid camps. We're just extending our lead. Our XP lead is kind of going out of hand. You can see the Hebo is really far behind. So they're actually looking for a pick right here. But this right here is an example of how much I don't have to care. That's like a Hebo 2-1 combo on Assault 2, right? And look at my health. I'm just regenning it up again. Like, I at this point I'm like, yo, they can't kill me. So I'm gonna ult Hebo right here. He's gonna get stunned. Gonna dash him. Just make sure. And you can see how much damage I do to Hebo myself, right? So I actually thought we were with more follow-up. So right here I'm just getting ready to fight. Although I kind of overstayed my welcome there. I did juke out the Chernobog 2-1, but I stayed too long. But we're gonna win the fight anyway. They use so much stuff on me. You can see EmilZy gonna be in trouble here. Pelde is doing work, but we come in, get the beats, and she's barely gonna get out. But we get the pick. We should really get the red buff as well. We're getting camps. EmilZy is pushing in the tower here, so it's not that bad at all at first. Like, it's a 3-for-1 at the end of the day, right? I probably could have played that better, but I still think I forced him to use so many abilities on me in that scenario that it's not too bad at the end of the day. So I'm grabbing my soft 2, and one thing that's super unfortunate here is that you can see how close I am to level 12 and how close I am to having full soft. So I'm actually gonna get super greedy here. This is kind of risky because they could go for gold right now. So I'm gonna grab the back harveys and I'm gonna back here and get my relic and get my sovereignty. I don't know. I feel like they definitely could have gotten gold off that if they realized that. Luckily I was only doing the back camps and I do have a speed aura, but they're gonna do a grouping for gold here and this is kind of scary. An option there could have been that Yaman would have stalled his back a bit, or Kenneth wouldn't have gone left jungle and he would have been around gold, but luckily they're only going for the oracles and getting the mid camps. But now right here we should just really look to fight, right? Like we're in a super good position. I'm playing up here. And again, we're just ulting, so I'm just making sure Yaman is safe, right? I'm just running with Yaman here, get Kenneth out. Just run Kenneth out with the speed aura, and now we have a super good fight. He's dead. Run Yaman in here. EmilZy gets a really good flank. He's gonna be just fine. Just look at the speed aura doing work for the pook. Like I'm such a good pick with them kind of gods. So we can fall back to gold. And you saw me ulting. As soon as Kumba got ulted, I started ulting that backline to try and create space between Yaman, because he's the one that's gonna explode on Kumba, right, when he falls down. So I'm trying to create space for Yaman, but Hebo walks past me, and then I realized, well, I'm just gonna have to follow the Hebo here and ult him. So Hebo preemptively ults, he doesn't hit anyone at all, because I have that stress on him, right? Like, you need to ult now, Ice, or you're gonna get stunned, right? So he's pressured into ulting, gets a really pole ult off. Kenneth's gonna survive as well with the speed aura and the sprint up top. We're gonna go straight and get the Pyromancer as well, and we're gonna back. So gold, Pyromancer, we have a 6k gold difference. We're really stomping this game super hard. I don't know why I stopped my back there, it's kind of bad. But I'm gonna go ahead, grab Spirit Robe numero uno and get my another Sentry Ward and just play around Yaman. That's literally this whole game for me. We know Kumba's in here, we have a ward, just poke him out. I don't really die here, we can try and get the camps. Unfortunately, I barely don't get them there. They're knocked up, so I couldn't hit them, which is unfortunate. Oh yeah, and also I want to apologize for the lighting, but that's just because when we cook, the lights goes. It's really, really weird. So my webcam does something weird to my face. So if I'm looking super red and sweaty, I'm actually not that sweaty. I'm just really highlighted. So Sol gets poked out. We're getting really good poke. We're like, yo guys, can we group here and try and get the mid tower? So we're gonna get damage. Again, I don't really care at all what they did to me. I'm just poking out the Evo. Back out a bit. We get super good poking. Like, yo guys, let's group right now. Let's go for the tower. Pele actually gets ulted here, but she beats. We get the Pele beats timer there. Chernobog ults it. So we're like, let's see where she's gonna ult. Chernobog ends up ulting right. And actually, I want to see this. Oh, that is rough. Yeah. EmilZy barely gets, like, he gets unlucky there. Adaptic's almost gonna get the return kill. That was super close, but at the end of the day, Rival can't really do too much with this. They could pressure Fire Giant, but EmilZy can ult in, right? We should be in a pretty good spot. Like, they can't do gold 3. They could maybe push a tower, but look at how tanky I am right there. That's a Hebo 3-1, and I take 400 damage. It's 20% of my health, but I'll still be able to heal it up just fine. Like, I'm super, super tanky. Hebo can probably do like 40% of my health with an ult. Maybe 50 if he wants me after, but at that point I'm getting reinforced decks, etc. So I'm super tanky. I'm gonna back here, gonna get Spirit Robe too. And I'll get my Sentry Ward. Again, just try and make sure that you get out of base with like the least amount of gold possible. So that's what I'm doing right here. Go back to Yaman, just babysit him really. So now we want to siege mid. We're like, yo, let's group up. We have a big lead. Let's just stop taking solo fights around the map. So I'm playing up right here, and I'm so tanky, so I'm like, yo, I'll just poke the Hebo. Like, I can do these poke trades. Yaman gets this, EmilZy gets a sick mess, but Yaman unfortunately uses his beats. But this is kind of what's gonna happen. So Pele is in trouble, has to hold out. I'm kinda getting focused here in mid. I get Sol ulted, I get Kumba ulted, but I don't care. I'm Amma. Like, look at how much I'm healing. Only Thunder's doing work. That's 2 ults down on me. We did use Apollo ult and Nash ult, but we got like 3 ults down for them. So we can really start sieging right now. We should have a really good opportunity here. Also, we know Chernobog doesn't have any leads, so Mayak's gonna look for the playing gold here, most likely. See if we can get that. blink ult in. Chernobog managed to go into the wall. We're just gonna go ahead and get the tower. I'm just holding in here, see who I can hit. Maybe I should have gone for Pill instead, but they try and re-engage here with the Chernobog. I'm just gonna dash on out of there. We're just healing up so much as well, right? Like the amount of self-healing I'm gonna get off now is gonna be insane. Pop the movement speed aura, go for the Hebo here on the right. Go with EmilZy, try and get his ult more than anything, right? If we get his ult here, like that's kind of mission successful for us. We get his ult, and now we can push mid. That's all their ults done. We don't have ults either, but we are definitely stronger right here. So Kumba's gonna take some poke. I'm pretty squishy. May actually probably be the one tanking here, if anything. This is a bit risky, but I think it's okay, just because we have such a big lead. Objectives are coming up, but we see Pele split pushing, so we're like, alright, let's just go and push right now. I think they're trying to restart the lights. So you can see we spot Hebo out, he doesn't have it all, so he's gonna get super poked out. And I'm just ready to go in here, I'm like, yo guys, I've Golden 15, can everyone just turn on Pele? We know, and everyone just turns on Pele instead. We just group up, we're like, let's just go on the Pele. Bam, she gets poked out, but they're chasing in here. Hebo doesn't have an ult, so we're just looking for something. Adapting's gonna manage to do that. I get the combo it, but I'm just running straight to the Pele, just making sure EmilZy's gonna be a-okay here. So we just kill the Pele, bam, get the kill. I think we managed to kill the Hebo as well. Go and kill the Kumba. We're looking for Soul kill here as well. I think that Hebo didn't have ult there, so we just couldn't do anything at all. Pele obviously was like forced to back out hard earlier. I'm like, yo boys, let's go do fire. I'm like, at this point, what I'm calling is Kennedy sit back right, because Chernobog is definitely going to try and solo gold, so that thing's going to back and run to gold theory. The rest can do fire. Chernobog can't really steal it. Like the worst thing that can happen here is that they can do gold. So that thing's going to run straight to gold, and that's going to be a pretty good read for us. Like we're going to manage to get to gold in time. They won't be able to do that. We get the fire giant. We get the pyromancer here as well. Just speed it up here. You can see that thing is gonna manage to make it gold theory because he's back straight away, so they don't get that objective either. I'm gonna back here, and I'm actually gonna get the full Empress armor instead. As I say so many times, like if you can buy full Empress armor and you're about to fire siege, like that's so fine. Like that's so good for you, right? Like that's just what you want to do. So we have a 10k lead, we have FG, we're in a really sweet spot right now. I'm getting super tanky. We want to do gold now, and then we just want to go and push up right. So let's fast forward here until we go right. So what we want to do in this fight is that we want to blink ult engage with the Cerberus, and then we're gonna want to try and go on them in the back line. So let's see how this is gonna work out. Just taxi EmilZy in here. That thing did go to base, which I think is really unnecessary. It's just a Kenneth thing. What did he get item wise? I guess he got that full Titan's Bane. But we're just waiting for adapting right here. That means we can't really push with this wave. I'm just playing up anyway. I'm just trying to see if I can bait him a bit, use some abilities on me as I'm super tanky. We get the mess on Kumba there. Kumba goes in anyway. So we're just healing up now. Adapting's looking for play. Pele goes straight onto Yaman, and Yaman gets super blown up by the Pele. That's a lot of damage. Don't hit the Kumba, which is unfortunate, but we get the tower anyway. We dive here. I think this is bad. I think we should have gotten the tower and then chased. Now we don't have the tower. Hebo gets out with one hit. Super unfortunate. Chernobog gets out with one hit. It's just super unfortunate. So kind of shuts down our push a bit. We got the tower at the end of the day, but we can't really put the Phoenix with this. So we didn't really get what we came for. We wanted to get all the towers and maybe a Phoenix. It's not bad, but it definitely could have been a lot better. So we're just gonna get the buff now. Back. I'm gonna get full Spirit Rope. Unfortunately, can't upgrade a relic there. So run straight mid here. We probably want to push down left. We're like, okay guys, we still have some time on Fire Giant. Let's go and push down left as a group. But as you can see, I think I should have been in front of Yaman there. I think if I was more in front of Yaman, that definitely would have helped out. Because Yaman he kind of was in trouble. The Pele if I can block the Pele ult in that situation, that'll be a lot better. Rather than looking to go in. Because I'm sure Maniac and Adapting I can do just fine. So we did get the Nashor ult, but I wasn't creating space, right? Which is what I'm supposed to do. Like, I was trying to, but I really didn't do it in a good way. So they're looking for a fight here. I'm just trying to keep the Kumba in combat. So I'm gonna ult in here, go on the Pele, stick on the Hebo. I'm like, yo guys, I'm just poking out the Hebo, dash in. And I'm gonna sadly take a spill. But they used a lot of stuff on me, and we managed to get a super good fight out of this. And as you guys can see, we get the Sol into there, Sol dies as well. Hebo barely gets out there, pretty clutch blink by him. Speed it up a bit, we get the Phoenix. And Yeah, I'm still dead here. Kumba blinks in, but he gets messed once again. EmilZy is really the master of this. They're actually gonna chase in here, which is kind of a mistake by them, in my opinion. I don't really think what are they gaining of this, really? So we get the kill on Kumba, or like in his passive form. Chernobog is gonna go ham here, dash in, kill the Chernobog, and we'll just be able to end the game. So that's GG. We have 16 seconds, and we're gonna be able to end the game. So 1 FG siege without really having FG. I'm just kind of trolling in base. That's it. Also, quick game. I think Rival, what they wanted to do there was that they wanted to take the fight, and then they could have gotten FG after that, right? Holy macarena, I'm bright in the face because of this widescreen. This is a lot better, the lighting now, right? Like, this is the proper lighting. But yeah. They went in when they shouldn't have, because even if they wipe us there, we still got what we came for, and they can't do fire. It's such a risky play for them, right? Like, it's such a Rival thing to do, to go for that risk play, which I really think they shouldn't have. Definitely, like, but then again, like, can they defend against us in sieges? Probably not, regardless, but I don't know. I just definitely feel like they should not have gone for that last engage. Kind of through the game, and we just managed to win off that. We didn't even have to go for another fire. EmilZy the water, the crazy water. I'm gonna turn that around next game though, so make sure you catch the next game. It's gonna be in like 2 days from when this video is uploaded. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode in particular. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell. And before we leave, here's the builds. And until next time, everyone, peace out. Stay